Blues Radio International, Jesse and Audrey continuing the viral, antiviral world tour. And this time we land in beautiful Los Angeles, California for our friend Alastair Greenes. Hi, Alastair.
Hey, guys. How are you guys doing today?
Better. Hi.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So you have a new album.
Yes, the New World Blues.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
Well, we're figuring out new and exciting ways to promote a record without doing any gigs or doing, virtual gigs and whatnot. And yeah, so Tab Benoit produced it, came out on his label, Whiskey Bayou Records. And we've been doing a lot of cool things. We've got music videos that we've put out so far. I did do a streaming show with my band. And we're getting a lot of good radio play. And thanks to you guys for playing songs and a lot of great reviews. As far as putting something out where you can't go and play a bunch of gigs, it's really been best case scenario all the way around so far.
And so you are having fun with it, given the current circumstances.
Yeah, just, like I said, trying to invent new ways to promote a record without any gigs. So we've been coming up with a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool videos that we've got in the works that we're going to be putting out. We just put out a lyric video for the title track last week. There's a music video that we put out a few weeks ago for Living Today, which was the single, which I'll be playing for you guys in a little bit. And we've got some other things in the works. So, and then we're hoping that at some point sooner than later, when everything is safe and groovy, to go do some shows. So that's the plan.
Have you had any word about that as far as when you might start touring again?
There's rumors here and there about different things. I know that Tab's done some socially distanced dates recently. There's talk of some stuff, early next year. There's a handful of bands that are able to play these drive-in gigs that seem pretty safe and responsible. But I mean, you have to be kind of, I think, at a certain level to really be able to do that. And Tab did one, I think, recently with the Almond Betts band. So, there are things happening right now. I think we're just going to once we get through the winter, we'll kind of see what happens at the beginning of next year. So I think it's kind of anybody's guess. I know there's a lot of things on different bands' calendars right now as far as things happening in the spring. So I'm just kind of have my fingers crossed that we'll get there and things will be safe and cool.
Absolutely. I know that once everything sort of comes around the bend, it's just the floodgate's going to open and we're all going to be heading for the stages again.
That's it. Exactly.
It's going to be amazing. I have this fantasy about what it's going to be like, and I hope it lives up to my expectations.
I know. Well, don't have too high expectations at first, but yeah, exactly.
Like hugging people again would be.
I know. There's so much stuff that we're missing right now for sure.
Absolutely. But with what you're doing, you're keeping yourself connected to your fans, to your friends, to the blues community this way. And it's a beautiful thing. Other than put it down and not do anything, you've created a beautiful album and you're putting yourself out there. And that's wonderful.
Well, thanks.
And you're welcome. I mean, I've seen you live a couple times and I've talked to you at length. And, I think that with your temperament and your attitude, it's very inspirational, and I think well, you have that beautiful guitar in your lap.
Well, yes, I have this guitar.
Yes. So, were you planning to do something with that?
Yeah, I could play a song. I haven't played songs that I've been actually doing a lot of other kind of projects at home, doing some work with some other artists and playing on other people's records and kind of staying busy and teaching. So I haven't been playing as much of my music as I should be. But why not? We're amongst friends. What's the worst thing that could happen, right?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that could happen? So I will play the lead off track. This was the single that came out. It's the first song on the record. It's called Living Today. There is a great music video that we put out for it. And we'll see this is the acoustic version. I don't have Tab on drums. As you can see, there's no Tab Benoit here. There's no Corey Duplechin on bass. I don't have my band, so it's just the stripped down version. So are we ready?
We are.
Absolutely. Are you?
I'm rolling the dice. We'll see what happens right here.
Let's do it.
Living Today for you.
All right.
From the bedroom From the home office. All right, here we go. This is the first song off of the New World Blues called Living Today.
Well, I know you can feel it. Well, I can feel it too. Well, I know you can feel it. Ain't nothing wrong with you. The whole world's gone crazy. The whole world's gone mad. Everybody feels uneasy. Everyone feeling sad. Remember to let your love shine through. Remember to let your love shine through. Well, I know you can feel it. Well, I can see it too. Yeah, I know you can see it. Everyone's got the blues. The whole world's gone crazy. The whole world's gone mad. Well, everybody feels uneasy. Everyone feeling sad. Remember to let your love shine through. Remember to let your love shine through. It ain't easy living today, but our love will find a way. Don't look back at the end of the day. Yeah, and our love will find a way. Yeah. Remember to let your love shine through. Remember to let your love shine through. It ain't easy living today, but our love will find a way. Don't look back at the end of the day. Yeah, and our love will find a way. Yeah. Find a way. Find a way.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My goodness.
that was great.
Woo!
Really nice, Alastair.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right. Nothing like a little song to wake you up, right?
Yeah, get you started. Always, every day.
Yeah, we got to keep going with that too. And I want you to tell us about this next song because I'm very intrigued by it. It's got sort of a smoldering a vibe that I think really connects with at least me, and I suspect a lot of other folks. And I'm sure there's a story behind it.
There's actually a good story behind this one. It's in the key of G, and I'm in open G tuning. I'm just trying to get there real quick for you guys before I mess up and start in the wrong key. I had just finished doing a tour with Sugar Ray Rayford when I was getting ready to go into the studio with Tab. And, Tab had I was at the Big Blues Bender, and we'd talked, and we'd become friends over the last few years. And he said, hey, you want to come make a record? And I'm like, I just signed on to go play with Sugar Ray. And I said, let me find a gap in the schedule. I'll come down. We'll make a record. It'll be great. So I wrote a bunch of songs, and I was laid over at the airport in New York and getting ready to go to Tab's, in Louisiana, and the flight was delayed for 12 hours, blah, blah, blah. So we're in the studio recording, and I took a walk, and Tab lives on the bayou, as you would imagine someone like Tab would. And so I was taking a walk, and I just kind of had some lyrics. So all of a sudden, I was like, I was going to walk, and he lives by the bayou, and I was going to try and do a mile down. I mean, literally, it was just kind of like, ah. So I started kind of coming up with this idea for a song called Bayou Mile. It rolls off the tongue well. And went back to the studio, and we were hanging out, and he had an acoustic guitar lying around. And I was like, oh, I'll put it in open G and see what happens. And so I started kind of messing around with these chords, and I just kind of showed him this song. And I had some lyrics kind of mapped out, and then we started kind of working on the lyrics, and he just came up with these fantastic lines that only someone that grew up in Louisiana by the bayou would come up with. I mean, I came up with, I've been waiting at JFK, I should have been in New Orleans by yesterday. I was like, I can come up with that. But, he's talking about lay me down in the sugar cane and wash over me with a summer rain. It's like, I wouldn't come up with that. That's not, I live in Southern California. I don't, So it was really, I think it was the first song that we'd really kind of wrote together. There's a couple that we wrote. He actually helped arrange some of the other songs on the record. Some of the songs changed pretty drastically from what I'd kind of started with. But this one was kind of the first kind of collaboration with him. And it came out really good. I'm really happy with how this song came out. So if I can get my guitar in tune, I'll play it for you. And like I said, I've always kind of been into these open tunings. As a blues musician, a lot of the great, Delta stuff and slide guitar things are in open tunings. And I've just found that they really kind of lend themselves to some different kind of chords and things that maybe aren't typical. And I feel like this song is I think maybe one of the reasons you might like it, Jesse. It's different than anything I've ever done. It's really kind of a different vibe. So, I can play you a little Bayou Mile if you want to hear this one.
All right, here we go. Bayou Mile for you off of the New World Blues. I've been waiting at JFK. I should have been in New Orleans by yesterday. Get me on that plane, I gotta leave today. Big River Delta feels so far away. So if you wanna see me smile, walk with me Bayou Mile. Yeah, if you wanna see me smile, walk with me Bayou Mile. Why am I still here? Is there something wrong? I can't wait to dance to the swing of a Cajun song. Well, I'm wasting time staring at the floor. Head in my hands, I can't take very much more. So if you wanna see me smile, walk with me Bayou Mile. If you wanna see me smile, walk with me Bayou Mile. the queen, yeah, she's the wine. Every night when I go to sleep, I know she's mine. So lay me down in the sugar cane and wash over me like a summer rain. Yeah, and if you wanna see me smile, walk with me by Bayou Mile. Yeah, and if you wanna see me smile, walk with me by Bayou Mile. Yeah, if you wanna see me smile, walk with me by Bayou Mile. Yeah, if you wanna see me smile, walk with me by Bayou Mile.
Yeah.
Bravo, Alastair.
Nice.
I like
And-
that song too. I'm glad you guys dig it.
Yeah, and it's on the album. People are gonna hear a little different version than what they just got here,
That's it.
and
right.
I won't
Yeah.
even say what that is. But
Well, no, it's with the band. All the songs on the record are all just trio, and the majority of the record really is live. And I think that's, Tab, told me, he's like, hey man, I'm going to try and record as much live as possible. And I've done that on a handful of records that I've done. There's always been, live band on stuff, but this, I mean, the guitar and the drums and most of the bass are just live and warts and all. And there's parts where I'm like, oh, didn't quite get that. But and then there's live vocals, and we kept it really stripped down. I did do I did acoustic guitar over. I did an acoustic guitar overdub on that song just a little bit, and then there's another song that I did a little acoustic guitar on. And then there's harmony vocals. I had Tab and Corey sing, but that's it. There's no organ, there's no harmonica, there's no saxophone, there's no horn. I mean, it's really, for a guy that's been doing a power trio for 20 years, namely myself with my own band, this is the most stripped down record, really, except for maybe my live record that I put out a couple years ago. This is totally stripped down, honest trio record. So I'm really happy with how it all came out.
yeah, and there's another song on your album, the Back at the Poorhouse.
Yeah, you like that?
I do, and it's I think it's the only instrumental on the album.
It is.
And I love how it starts off with this vintage feel,
Yeah.
and then it kicks into this modern blues rock, but it's still very mellow.
Yeah.
But it feels good.
I'm glad you like it. I've always really loved instrumental music, and
Yeah.
Whether that's Freddie King, who has countless instrumental songs. B.B. King has an instrumental record, but I also grew up. Stevie Ray Vaughan, had instrumental songs that he put on his records, and then I growing up. When I grew up in the 80s with a lot of guitar heroes, I listened to there was a lot of instrumental rock guys that were coming out when I was, really getting into guitar. Eric Johnson, Steve Morse, guys like this that put out complete instrumental records. So I've always loved instrumental music, and I've put a handful of instrumentals out on my records. And this was one that I had kind of played a little bit with my band, and when I brought it into the studio, Tab and Corey put their spin on it, which was cool. And that was one of the things I really loved about making this record. Was I love my band, and I love recording with my guys. This was really kind of a leap of faith for me to go in with Tab and Corey and really just kind of go, okay, we're going to make a record, and you guys are the rhythm section. and I was excited and nervous at the same time, but they really just killed everything. They played everything so great with their own feels, and it gave the songs kind of a different life than I would have maybe normally had. And Back at the Poorhouse is a great example of that.
Yeah, it has a great body to it. If I was going to use one word,
there you go.
its structure is very nice.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you like it.
So I couldn't help but notice that you
Yes.
have a resonator behind you.
I do.
Is there any way I could compel you to do something with that?
I can try. Let me see what I got. I don't know what tuning this is in right now.
Well.
All right, it's in that tuning.
All right.
It's in that tuning. Yeah, so I've had this guitar. I don't know if you actually, this is kind of a coincidence. I'm wearing a Buck of White shirt, and I got into slide guitar kind of through the rock and roll world. But I at a certain point, I knew I had to go and, listen to, the guys that really invented this stuff. So, so I started maybe with Jimmy Page, and then went back to Johnny Winter, Duane Allman, and then from there went back to, Elmore James, Robert Nighthawk, Muddy Waters, and then from that, you go back and there's Son House and Buck of White, and the National Resonator guitar, is on a lot of these old recordings, and I actually bought this quite a while ago. I started doing a bunch of duo acoustic gigs with my friend Mitch Kashmar, who's a fantastic vocalist and harmonica player, and we did a lot of these duo gigs, and so I kind of figured out how to play this instrument. I say it sounds like a banjo on steroids, and I think I'm in open E right now, so I have a song.
Yes.
This is an older song. You just conned me into playing this.
No, I did not.
No, I love it. No, it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy to do this. This is a song called "Walking in Circles" off of a record of the same name that came out in like 2009. And this is basically the recorded version is very Elmore James-esque. So the acoustic version will be sort of in that realm, I suppose. So here we go. A little "Walking in Circles" on the National for you.
Circles ever since the sun went down. Well, I've been walking in circles ever since the sun went down. I've been worried about my baby. I let you know she can't be found. Well, I've been walking in circles trying to find a straight line. Well, I've been walking in circles, trying to find a straight line. A line that leads me to my baby. I got loving all on my mind. Circles till she called me on the phone. Yes, I was walking in circles till she called me on the phone. Yeah, I heard my baby's voice. She said she's coming home. Come on home, mama.
Walking in circles. Well, we won't keep you walking in circles. How about that? Yeah.
Oh, It's all good. No, I'm glad you mentioned this guitar. It's a very fun instrument. It's got a very unique sound, and I'm thank you for mentioning it.
Yes, it's beautiful. Jesse actually has a 1931 resonator,
Nice.
and it's absolutely gorgeous. And he had it restored, and now it's all super shiny and everything. And it's an honor that he has it. It was actually a guitar that my father owned.
Oh,
So
wow.
now
Okay.
it's in the studio there, and you can see it in our studio videos. But
Cool.
I have a draw to that instrument. And
It's a neat thing. Yeah, it's a very
Yeah,
cool
but-
instrument.
I love the way it sounds. Well, Alastair, do you have any final words that you would like to share with everybody?
Final words. The final word.
Yeah.
No, I just, I'm looking forward to getting out and playing whenever that happens and whenever it's the right time. And I think it's important that we do things like this and we stay connected with people through the music that we love. And, that we all kind of share the stuff. I know it's a little crazy to release a record right now, but I felt this was the time to do it and get something out there. And we'll see what the future holds. If you find me on all the social media, of course, all those self-promotional things that I got to say. Sign up for my email list, like my Facebook page. But I appreciate you guys having me on, and thank you guys for doing what you guys do to really, keep spreading the music around and letting people know about new releases and what's happening and staying connected with your listeners and your viewers and whatnot. I think that it's more important now than it's ever been, truly.
Well, we're all friends here, and that's our mission, is to uplift people with beautiful music, and artists like you. Without you, we couldn't do what we do. So it's very mutual, and we appreciate you very,
Cool.
very much.
Right on.
Well, Alastair Greene, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we will see you on the other side.
All right.
Okay.
Peace. Thanks.
Take
All
care.
right. Bye.